life into something that you can never own.
Hello Virgos, so here we have your reading for about September 1st through about the 15th-ish. This is a general reading, but so take what works and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say for you guys. Okay. One card for my Virgos, please. Okay, it's this one. Another card for my Virgos, please. This one came out first. And one more card for my Virgos, please. One more card for my Virgos. And this one was in my hand. And I need a reversal for my Virgos. One reversal for my Virgos, please. And what is the recommended outcome, or what is the recommendation for my Virgos? What is recommended for my Virgos? Okay, so first up you have the Knight of Swords, then you have the Four of Wands, then you have the World, and in your reverse challenging position you have the Three of Pentacles, and in your what is your recommendation, or what is recommended for you, is the Ten of Swords. So I'm kind of getting here that, because to me the Knight of Swords is kind of more your recent past. So I think you were kind of almost like rushing full force into something, or feeling like you needed to kind of move quickly with something, but you've come now to more of a stable period where you can kind of take a break from it. This is all about kind of being able to kind of celebrate in a sense. I think maybe you have completed, because you have the World, so that you could be near completing something, and maybe you're in a phase where the worst is over, and or the tough subjects or whatever it is, the parts of the project or whatever might have been, the harder parts I should say, are done, and now you're kind of in like the wrapping up phases, and you're going to be soon to complete it, because the World is kind of about completions, but it could also signify like when one door closes, another one opens. And I definitely think you're collaborating in some situation here, because here the Three of Pentacles is all about kind of not really, collaboration's not really going very well. It could be somebody is not quite a team player. There's a lot of attitudes involved. There's something, it's just not, the work isn't done very well. So this could, to me, could be saying, if you were rushing to finish something and now you're kind of in this, it could even be that you see the end is near, the end of the project, or the end of your schooling, or the end of whatever, completing this is close, and you might want to be kind of taking a little bit of a break. Like maybe you can take a little bit of a break, maybe you can kind of pull back the reins a little bit, but this to me is saying that don't get sloppy. Like you need to keep doing good work or producing good work to finish what you need to finish, to get it fully finished. So and if you're working with partnerships, this could indicate that maybe somebody within the partnership is feeling a little like they just want to have a good time. They might be getting a little sloppy with things, so you might have to kind of navigate that. But with this being like kind of the outcome or your recommendation, the Ten of Swords is saying that the worst is over. Like all the bad parts have already happened. Like you're kind of almost in the clear. Like, you know, it may kind of feel kind of sad, but he's already been stabbed in the back. So he, you know, it's a card representing the worst parts of the situation are done. So you can kind of like, you might feel like you still have some struggles ahead of you, but you've already come through the worst bits of it. So even if there's like a little bit still left, like you've already experienced like the worst. So I think that's good. So let's see what else we get for you guys. One card for my Virgos, please. One card for my Virgos. One card for my Virgos, please. One card for my Virgos. Okay, so we got Porcupine Spirit. Time for beginner mind. Now, I wonder if this is kind of going into, like, if you're near completing something. See, what happens with the world signifies completion, but then the Fool starts the journey again. So then now you started from square one again. So I wonder if this is saying that, you know, you're almost done with something, but now it's time to look towards the future. Maybe this thing that you've been working on has been all-encompassing for so long, and you've been really focused on it, and you need to now see, well, once you achieve it, what's next? You have to see it from like almost like a beginner mind to see you become the student again, in a sense, you know? So, okay, so let's see what else we get for you guys. One card for my Virgos, please. Okay, so go deeper, Epidite. And one card for my Virgos. Heart with a key. Welcome, love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Well, that's very exciting. You know, for some of you, this could even be like a wedding that you're planning. It could be something that you feel like maybe you have to rush in. I'm not saying you have to rush to get married, but when you're planning weddings, a lot of times there's a lot of moving pieces. You have to kind of make decisions quickly. So you have to be in this kind of this forward thinking mode where you're kind of rushing through it in a sense. But maybe you kind of have planned all the major stuff. So now you guys you feel like you can kind of rest a little bit, but you're still not quite married. You're still not finished with everything, but you feel like you might be able to kind of like enjoy at least the pre-marriage, or enjoy the process a little bit more at this moment. But this would be saying that in this case, maybe you're dealing with some other people that are a little bit tricky, not fully on board. Maybe there's a little bit drama. And this, I would say this is also telling you not to get too relaxed, that you might be, if problems arise, you need to be there to handle it. But this would be saying that all the really rough parts are finished. So things will be easier going forward. So, and you know, even the go deeper. So here, you don't have any emotion cards. You don't have any world cup cards, sorry. But you have thoughts, and you have action, and you have more of like practical. But I wonder if the go deeper, let's say if this does represent some collaboration that's not really going well with a certain individual, I wonder if this go deeper might be saying that maybe there's a reason it's not really, maybe there's a reason they're being a little bit difficult at the moment. And maybe if you go deeper and find out what's the problem, it could be something that's easily resolved, and you guys could kind of be back on track. So that's what I'm getting with that. So, okay, so let's see what else we get here. One card for my Virgos, please. One card for my Virgos. Okay, so we got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And children, your love life is being affected by children. That's very interesting. Now, the free yourself, I wonder if this collaboration, for some of you, if it's really being, I don't want to say fully toxic, but maybe you guys are really, you had to really work hard towards something, and now you might feel like you could take a little bit of a break or something, but because you're almost done with it, but maybe there's somebody that's being a little bit difficult with it. And I wonder if this free yourself, if they're kind of a little bit, I don't say a dictator, if they're telling you what to do all the time, but maybe there's something with that, or that maybe you feel burdened, or you might be having to feel like you have to take on more of the responsibility in the group, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes there's people that just don't really do anything, but all grades are counting on this. Like if you're a student, or even if this is work related, like you got to get it done. And if somebody's slacking off, like you got to get it done, you know? So it could just be that you might be dealing with a toxic person, and somehow maybe there's a way to kind of not have to work with them again in the future. So that's what I would recommend. If there was a way to do that, then you could be freeing yourself. But that's just for some of you. Now, children, your love life is being affected by children. This collaboration, though, this could be, let's say, if you're having to deal with other people regarding your children, you know, friends, family, whatever, lover, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to get some of these cards, but this is just, I'm not going to try to interpret these. These are just for you. The answers of these are just for you. Okay, these are for you to interpret in the ways you would like. So, okay, so let's see. One card for my Virgos, please. One card for my Virgos. Okay, so we got certainly, and it is guaranteed. So that's what you got for that. Okay, and then let's get some quotes. And I'm going to take this one, these two as well, because they kind of jumped out. Okay, so we have, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. No one ever injured their eyesight by looking on the bright side. And a diamond is merely a lump of coal that did well under pressure. So, there you go with that. Think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball. We'll get to that in a second, but first, let's see what Spirit of the Dish shall be with you in the upcoming weeks. What's Spirit of the Dish for my Virgos? Hold on. What's Spirit of the Dish for my Virgos? Oh, you got the Berg, which is the burger. Okay, and oh, I just launched that. Okay, so you guys got Sagittarius there. So you or somebody you could be dealing with is a Sagittarius. And you got Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is about independence. They can be a little bit like eccentric in a sense. They kind of, I guess, march to their own drummer. And Sagittarius they're a little bit more free. They're a little bit more fun-loving. It's about expansion and good fortune. It could be about kind of just wanting to explore more. Here we have Uranus, and this is about independence and eccentricity as well. Uranus and Aquarius, they kind of go together, so that's interesting that you got that message twice. And here we have Venus, which is all about love, money, and powers of attraction. And then you have the first house, which represents appearance, ego, interests, and the self. And then you have the fifth house, which represents passion, love, success, and creativity. And then you have, for what is recommended for you, for what dinner and a movie is recommended for you, you have American food. And that's a burger there. And then you got also the card, the burger. So maybe it's not a bad idea to have it if you're getting double messages. And you have thriller. So thriller movies. Okay, so let's see. So you got L, Q, P, D, and N, and then you have 1 and 7. And you got believe, nurture, and healing. And now it is time. Think of your question. Virgos, and let us ask the magic 8 ball. Oh, mystical magical 8 ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Virgo's question? It says, you may rely on it. There you guys go. The 8 ball has spoken. I hope you guys have a wonderful few weeks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.